One of the things you were known for at RIF is the crossovers with Arthur P.
Yeah,
too.
and it was only because it was Theater of the Mind that came.
Right.
We had these brand new, but when we moved from the trailers into the brand new building, we had this floor to ceiling glass. And it was just wonderful. Although I love the trailers, because if somebody was running down the hall, the skipper or the record would skip. And I remember one time we used to open the windows on a day like today, and it was no screen, just the window in the back of a trailer. And I remember one time a squirrel jumped in when Arthur was on the air, and he flipped out, and it was just great radio. And it was also cool because at the same time I always wanted to work for an ABC type radio station. We had to do the network news at the top of the hour, and we had to learn how to back time. So, you kind of go 3, 2, 1 and go. Coming up on the other side of ABC News, I've got Journey, I've got some Billy Joel, I also got Twin Spin from the Beatles. But right now, let's check in. Right now, it's, and all of a sudden you get this, you get this little chime through your headset. Bing, bing, 3, 2, and then from New York, I'm Don Saws. I was like, how cool, I'd nail it every single time. So we were rocking and we were rolling. Arthur was notoriously Arthur. I never got to see him coming in at the trailers because I was looking into the backyard. When we were in the new building, I could see Arthur coming in. And Arthur was never on time. And Arthur always drove a convertible. And Arthur was always just blowing right by the gatehouse. And he would swing around, and I could see him swing around in the park. And he'd come through the back door and just come blasting in. And I remember he was one that he got up about 15 minutes before he was on the air.
Coming with wet hair.
About 15 minutes. Yeah, he had this big glorious perm and this huge Billy Gibbons beard. And he'd come through the door soaking wet, right out of the shower. And he would say to me things like, "Why do I do the things I do to myself?" And I said, "Why do you?" "I don't know. That's why I just asked." And he would snap at me. And I thought, why are you snapping at me? I just asked you an honest question. Why do you do it then? Why stay up so late? Oh, I don't know. But anyway, I can't do them today, but normally I can. Anyway, after a while, it started to piss me off. I mean, it was like, God damn it, how hard is it to just show up for your job? I wanted to say it, but I knew I could not say that. There was no way I could say that to Arthur Pennell. Anyway, I thought, well, if you're not going to be here, I'm going to introduce you. I'm just going to make fun of you. You know what I mean? And so I thought, and then I just decided that the best day to do it and throw it back in his face was on Friday. To kick off the weekend. And I was looking for a reason to play this song by Jeff Beck and the Yardbirds. And it was a boogie woogie tune and called Jeff's Boogie. And so Arthur I took this piece from the Moody Blues, and I just sort of created this. Ladies and gentlemen, the staff and management of WRIF have assembled here in the hallways. Every member of the staff, including upper management, middle management, lower management, everyone in the building is invited to participate. How did I dare say invited? They were charged. They were whatever it was.
You just made a huge word salad about the introduction.
But it was anyway. Staff and management now with their heads looking firmly down is. The mission statement here is to simply never make eye contact with the great poobah of the crowd. So as we speak right now, I'm looking at eight. What did I call them? What were the manservants called? I can't believe I can't remember. But it was the manservants ever so carefully now heading out into the parking lot. We are now waiting on Arthur Penhallow to arrive on the premises. Always a little bit late, but he's usually better when he's late. And I said, I'm sure the ladies can attest to that. And the Samoan manservants are now, and they were like, and we had this Seventh Sojourn from Moody Blues playing in the background. And he would, like I said, they're now walking out to a 1963 Econoline Ford van. I said, it's airbrushed, and on the side it says, if this van's a rockin', do not come knocking. And the license plate says, don't laugh, your daughter may be inside.
Oh, man.
You don't dare say that now. No. Believe me, that was so non-PC.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, it was a different time. No calls on that back in the day. Anyway, I would then wait for him to come in, so I just had to keep making it up as he went along. And then finally somebody would give me the cue that he was actually on his way in, and we would have the and as he'd open the door, I'd hit Jeff's Boogie, and I'd say, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Arthur T. Pornhollow, Penhollow, Dr. Frankenstein, Steen. And I said, man responsible for It's a Man's World, Don't Be a Fool, Stay in School. And anything that came to mind, I just started rambling it out. And I said, this man was once seen at a miniskirt convention wearing chrome-plated clown shoes.
That's hilarious.
And I remember that was the one that people would often remember. And so I wrote him every single week. I just absolutely wrote every single minute of it, and it became iconic to such a point where they could break down the cume for that quarter hour, and it was beyond nobody had ever seen anything like it. And people often ask, what did you do with those? And guess what? No clue. They're long.
don't have them?
No.